The great thing about any project involving Maynard James Keenan is how he's able to infuse a sense of humor into otherwise very serious sounding songs. Like there are a lot of Tool songs that are full of jokes but nonetheless have very haunting melodies. Putting a sense of humor into songs that are otherwise pretty profound seems to be something that only Maynard James Keenan is able to pull off.
We've been on the road for about 3 months now, on and off in Europe and in the United States. It's been kind of like one great big crab steak smothered in dictators.
With Puscifer, the sense of humor is put more to the forefront than with his other bands, but the songs are every bit as powerful as those on any of his other projects. During a time when the music industry likes to hire anybody who can sound even vaguely like Chad Kroeger or Scott Stapp, it's so refreshing to hear a voice that nobody can even come close to emulating. Nobody else sounds like Maynard, which is why just about everything he seems to touch turns to gold. What Puscifer offers that some of Maynard's other projects do not is a wider range of collaboration. On this album, Maynard works with a lot of female singers that complement his voice fantastically, in songs like Green Valley, Telling Ghosts, Horizons, Oceans, and Tumbleweed. And it's more electronic and uses a wider palette of instruments than Tool or Perfect Circle. Maynard has even sort of flirted with country music in the past, although in sort of a joking way, but somewhat more seriously in songs like Tumbleweed, although that song still wouldn't really fit on any actual country album. While in Tool you got to hear more of the angry, screamy Maynard, and in A Perfect Circle you got some more of the soft rock, croony Maynard, in Puscifer you get a nice mix of both. Telling Ghosts, for instance, goes back and forth between a heavier, more hard rock chorus and a softer, more melodic set of verses. My favorite track out of all of them is the first one, Tiny Monsters. And Tumbleweed, the last track, is probably my second favorite. One criticism that I would have of this album is that a lot of the songs have kind of a strange structure. They sort of like build up to something and then kind of end abruptly. But in comparison to previous Puscifer albums, this one seems to be a little bit more coherent. It doesn't sound like you're listening to a different album from one song to another. Overall, I give this album a rating of strongly approve. It's addictive and has a lot of repeat listenability.